Hi guys, welcome back. This is the last day of the Trecina and the first day of spring. The end is the beginning. It always is, but the end is the beginning. Anyway, so right, let me read this little thing to you about the final day, which is 13 Nosh. So that's not surprising since this has been the big knowledge Trecina. So it's not surprising that on the last day we get to thought. So 13 is the apex, the crest of the wave, the place where all the energies of the previous 12 steps come to their highest expression. So abundance, magnitude, the biggest, all the water gathered all together from 1,000 rivers. So basically, it's the ocean. But it's also a threshold because it's the end of the cycle and then the beginning of the new spiral. So it's interesting that it's combined today with the mind, the spirit, thought and intelligence, the capacity to weave patterns, to analyze and make decisions. It's the compression of all our experiences into our knowledge, or all the experience of mankind into the knowledge base of society. So it's both the quiet scholar and the decisive planner, the thinker, but also the one who turns those reflections into action with that powerful forward drive. So it's tied to obsession and the deep concentration that keeps you going around and around an idea until you get it. So combining the energy of 13 with thought, it comes together in like a mind, the mind at full tide, right? Thought at its peak. Ideas today are magnified, patterns are easier to see, and insight can flow. We haven't had enough in the last couple of days. So the cycle of the mind, the thinking process, it's not just a personal thing, it's also a collective thing. We go through these things in cycles, and it can feel like channeling the wisdom of generations. We have something to fall back on. We're not alone. The end of the thought cycle is, of course, the seed of the next. So whatever we conclude here, whatever is the culmination of this cycle, is the foundation for the next Trecina, which I have not looked up. I'm allowing it to be a surprise. There's always a downside, and this day can multiply obsessions. You can intensify the obsessive, focused quality of thought, of Nosh. This can be brilliance. This can be the obsession that leads to productivity, to breakthroughs, to discoveries, but it can also lead to overwhelm and to burnout. So once again, we're talking about coming back to balance and finding the place between the extremes where this fullness of thought can break into the future, not to flood and sweep away what's been, but to carry forward and to go on. So in essence, we've got the ideas of overflowing, recursiveness, connections, both surrender and discernment. And within this state, this would be a great time to crystallize a vision, to close a chapter with clarity, to align your mind to the rhythm of new growth, particularly meaningful since this is now for me spring. So I'm thinking of a new cycle and a new harvest and warmer weather and more sunshine. So at the end of my winter, which was technically yesterday, and the beginning of my spring, which is technically today, this big overlap, this big, yeah, sort of a decision day, but also sort of just allowing the decision to happen, allowing the wave to break upon the shore, and to understand that things happen in the fullness of time. So I have decided, because I'm going away at the end of this week, that I am going to take this opportunity to step back from doing these live shows on YouTube. It's been really, really good for me to have the structure and the schedule and to show up at these times. But I'm traveling, and so I need to just, yeah, make a different plan for now, a different schedule. And this is one of the things that I find is that within continuity there is change, and change perpetuates continuity. And it's just how you guide yourself and how you steer your life. So I have a reflection, my final reflection for this cycle of this, whatever I've been doing, until the next one, which will be the next thing. So this is my final reflection. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for all your support and encouragement. It's been really good. I've learned a lot. I've solidified a lot of things, and I'm ready to do the next lot of things. And yeah, so this is the reflection that I leave this chapter of my life. Oh wow, I'm closing a chapter. Okay. Yeah. All right. Today the mind is full tide, 13 waves cresting together, thought gathered like rivers meeting the sea. I stand at the edge of a cycle, winter's silence behind me, spring's green whisper before me. Naj moves within, compressing memory into wisdom, patterns shining in the foam, obsessions dissolving into clarity. This is the last page of one book, the first line of another. I choose to carry forward only the knowledge that nourishes and the decisions that align with love. As the old chapter closes, I release it like water poured back into the ocean. As the new season opens, I walk with thought renewed, plans rooted in fertile soil, mind attuned to the rhythm of becoming. So thank you again for all your support and your love and your guidance. And I'll see you in the next cycle. Bye guys. Thank you.